And I have two little ones that are very loud, so just ignore them. 3 and a 6-year-old. So I will warn you. So when you go to canva.com, this is what you're going to see. Most of the time okay, let me move the screen. I always get I have Rakuten. I always remind me later. This is the free version. I do not pay extra for this. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am not a pro. I use it a lot, but I use the very basic, whatever. These are all of my designs here saved that I've used. You could tell that I've started stuff and not finished things, but yeah. So I don't know I don't look at all of this. I will scroll down to my projects that I've worked on and I'll update stuff, but I always just go up to create a design. And if I'm creating just a basic image, I always use Instagram post because it's just a regular old square there. So you'll get a blank page. And then there's different options here on the left here, and everybody can see my screen, right? Okay, great. So there's templates. You can scroll through templates, but I'll be honest, I never find anything that works for Tastefully Simple stuff. So I never really use that. I always start with going to background. And there's a lot of different backgrounds you can use here, but honestly, the stuff is pretty and everything, but I think it's too busy. So a lot of times I just stick with a solid color, or if you scroll down more, you can kind of get the ombre look. So I'll use these a lot. But I mean, it's pretty, but I think it's too busy once you start putting images over it. I think I use the roses for a cover photo. So it just depends on what you want to use. But I start with background. I'm just going to pick a color, a solid color. I'll pick this one. No, I don't like that. I'll pick that. Okay. And then when I want to add an image to the photo or the design, I'll go up to uploads. And that's where you can upload pictures from your computer. Does everybody I don't know if anybody knows how everybody knows how to download images from Multibrain. If you're in Multibrain, okay. I mean, that's pretty basic, but you never know. So I did already download a few just so I didn't have to go in there and search, but that I can work with. So for an example, if I wanted to create something that's a this or that you see a lot of, you'll have the strawberries and the brookies. So I'll just download those for desserts. And then literally you just pull it over and drag it over and drop like that. Oh, well, pull that up. And then you can just resize. I'll drag this one over and drop and just resize. It's super easy. You put it wherever you want. You can put as many images as you want on here. And then if you wanted to add text, there's text there. There's heading, subhead, the size, but you can always resize it after you pick it. So it doesn't really matter. And then there's some fancy fonts here. If you see that crown with Pro, that's the paid version. So I don't pay for it. So I never use any of that. But there's some without the crown that you could use, but then it gets all, I don't know, sometimes too busy for me. I want the people to be able to read it. So a lot of times I just do the add heading, do this, and then you can resize it, or you can resize it up here. You can change the color up here. A lot of times they'll have a color that's kind of similar to what's in your photos. So that's kind of nice if you wanted to do that, or you could just do white or black or whatever. And then I'm just copying and pasting it. Oh, maybe not. Copy, paste. Okay, pulling this down. That. Four. And then if you wanted to change the font, pretty simple. I don't know. I just like shift and clicked on all three, so it grabs all three there. That way I could change, like look at the fonts that are up here and change them all at once. So that's fun. I like that one. It's not too fancy. And then you can always just drag and move this stuff around. Yes, Kelly?
Thank you. So how did you do that again? Where you, because I'm always going to each of the wording individually. How did you select all of those at one time? Like
Oh,
I didn't
so
quite catch
yeah, so that's like just a keyboard trick. So if you click on this, I'm holding shift and then I'm holding the shift down and I clicked on the second one and then the third one all at once. And I don't let go of shift until I'm done clicking them all. That's just a keyboard trick. That's not just Canva. That's like, you can do that with even in like PowerPoint or wherever, whatever you use to design. If you want to, even
That's awesome.
Excel, I think if you wanted to click more than one things, you just hold shift and keep clicking.
Thanks. I never knew that.
Yeah, no problem. So that's the font. You can also, sometimes I play with effects here and give it like a little shadow to stand out. You can do like an outline. I don't know. I kind of like, I don't mind the shadow too much, but don't get too crazy because you want to be able to like read it and for it to attract the eye. So we've done the background, uploads, text, and then I use elements to get my arrows, but there's tons of other things. You could search for different things, like if St. Patrick's Day's coming up and you wanted to do clovers, there's some clovers there that are free that you could use. I don't use the pro, like I said, or like, oh, I might use this design for my cover photo next month. So just different things. But you can, the arrows are always at the top because I use those a lot, and these are all like recent searches. So you can do like arrow, and there's tons of arrows here. There's some animated ones too. But I'll just do this. And then to turn the arrow around, there's this like little wheelie circle thing. You could do this to go like this, which is fun. And then I think there's a way to flip it. Hang on. Click on it. Yeah, flip is up here. So you can flip it, flip that way. So you can go like this. You can resize it. Make it look pretty. Move this down so it's not so far up. And then I'm just copying and pasting it. I don't know if anybody knows that trick on the keyboard, but it's to copy is Control copy and to paste is Control V. So now I want to flip it vertically. No, horizontally. There we go. And then you could stretch it out however you want. Then play around with it. So there's a this or that, and I don't know what, 5 minutes maybe. And then I will download it by clicking this. And you could check different ways, but I always leave it at the PNG for the image. And then I download it straight to my computer. So you'll see that it was downloaded. And then if I go to my downloads folder, it's right here. So that's an image. There's another one, like I'll create another one. So if you go home, this is going to take you back to this page. And you'll also see it down here in recent designs. Here's another one I use like for my parties. And Kelly, I got this from you, where this is just a thermometer that I got from Google. And then I put this red block on here. So every time I need to update like the party total, I just move it up and down like this. And then these are just arrows I added. So just another like image that I'm constantly coming back to update for different parties, that I just have saved in my homepage. And then I'm going to create another one. I don't know why I use Instagram posts for regular posts or regular photos. And then I wanted to do another one that's last chance for like the sweetheart deals. Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay. So then that image was loaded here. I'm just dragging it over. And then just like that. And then you'll add text, add a heading, last chance to save. And then so you know how there's two lines there and there's such a big space up here. This feature here is the spacing. You can actually shorten that space so the text is closer together instead of so far apart. And then we need to make it bigger. So maybe 2 lines, maybe. Then I just play around with it so it looks like until I feel like it looks good. You can do different things like different colors. And then like you can type out information or anything like that. So that's just another idea. Another thing I have done other than the Instagram post is just either a flyer or a poster. And I kind of just play around with these. I think they're about the same size. But this is where I get the longer images. When I did like, I don't know if I can show you. Let's see, like the kitchen gadget one, the kitchen tools, it's just like a lot more to list. So it has more space. And then there's another one I've done. Here it is, like, which seasoning would you like to see in a recipe, where I've added all the seasonings and then put all the font down there. So I use that for that size for that. I'm going to do, I think I downloaded some stuff for it. Let's see, I'll just do orange. All right. And then let me see if I can find some more images. Yeah. So if you wanted to do like some updates for upcoming promotions, the host specials or whatever, I have created basically kind of like a newsletter for this. I'm just going to throw a bunch of images in there, but not because I usually spend more time doing something like this than I do when I'm sending it to clients. But if you were to throw images in here and then like make kind of like a newsletter, like with your name on it and like more information or whatever, and you have a lot of different things going on, kind of like a long newsletter, it says that, so I opened the poster or flyer, I can't remember which one, but when I go to download, I make sure that it says JPEG or the PNG to create an image. I don't want PDF because that's just going to create a PDF instead. So I just want to share this. So if you were to download this and then take it to your email, I'm going to go to my email and then create. If you go, hang on one second. I got to move stuff out of the way. There we go. Okay. If you go to insert photo and then upload. It pulls the actual photo in the email instead of it being an attachment. So it kind of like is my way of making a free newsletter when I'm using like Amy to send to my clients. Sure. Kelly, so you asked about the busy. Let me play around with that. Let me see.
There is a way. It's I was just mentioning it. So if you do like blingy, because you know how I am, I always like those. But I
Yeah.
found that up towards the top, when you've created it, there right by the download, there'll be a button, not those three dots, but up like in that white band, you'll see eventually there's a spot where you can actually lighten it. So it's just a faint background, which is what I do a lot of times on our team banner.
Oh, nice. Okay. So yeah, show me. I want to see that because like I said, I just know the basics and I'm learning too.
So take a busy one.
Okay, hang on. I like this one.
Okay, and now you see where the little
This one?
checkerboard is? Yep, click that.
Oh,
Now
nice.
slide it and you can make it lighter.
Oh, I like that. So if you wanted to do something a little bit more busier, yeah, that's kind of cool. So the transparency there.
I couldn't think of what it was, but yeah, the transparency.
Okay, that's cool. So that's like it basically. I don't even know what's in more because I never use that. I just use, and I never use the templates. I start with the background. I put the photos that I want to share that I pull from Multibrain in there. And then I'll add like text and elements like arrows or a clover or hearts or whatever. There's, when we do the challenges too, I've created something like that before, like the dill pickle challenge. So I found a pickle image on Google and saved it to my computer and I just uploaded it as a media. And then here is each individual dill pickle jar that I put in. Like I just created one and then I'll just copy and paste it until I create a row. And then once I created a row, I will highlight them all and just do Control V and create another row to drag it down. So just kind of a shortcut.
Trish, so I have a question for you. I'm always asking, I like when the images in Get Social have transparent backgrounds, and
Yes.
sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. And some
Right.
for this catalog, some of them say transparent background, but they're still not transparent background. And I know
Yeah.
Stone is just super crazy. And people are always comment, well, go into Canva and just remove the background. Well, I never had Canva.
I don't know how to do that. I do not know how to do that. Yeah. That's something
I saw
good.
something just pop up a few minutes ago when you were clicking on something. It said something about removing the background, but then it was gone. So I didn't see it.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
you rolled
I don't
over.
know. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to know that too, because when we were I created like the spring summer stuff. I hate that, like the white background there.
Yeah.
And then I think
I crop it in so fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so you'll always know when I have an image because it's a white background, and I never choose a white background.
Yeah,
Unless,
that's what I was thinking.
so you can always tell my images because it drives me crazy, when it happens. But everyone always says, "Yo, go to Canva." But that's the one thing I looked at on the app when I downloaded it, and I couldn't find it either.
Is there a question mark somewhere on here that you could type in remove background?
I wonder.
Checking the three dots maybe up there at the top by download. Maybe click and see if it says something about ask a question or.
Click on the more on the left-hand side in black.
Oh.
Yeah, because like I said, I've never used the more before.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if it's a paid one you have to have and not.
And that's possible too, because there's always.
I have it, but I can't think offhand
Yeah.
where it's at.
What is the little speech bubble with the plus right beside the sesame ginger sauce?
This one here.
Yeah.
add a comment. It says add comment.
Is that like a note for yourself or what is that?
I guess, yeah.
Can you try it, Trish? Will you type something in there and see what it does? Because you can always undo.
Yeah. Well, this is an old image anyways. Oh, I'm wondering if you could share, like you can instant share, and then that way you could like type notes back and forth.
I just Googled the question. If you want me
Did you
to
find
read
out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said, so I typed in, how do you remove your background with Canva? If possible, I don't use Canva. This is like my first time looking at it. It says, upload your own image or choose one from our library. Click on the edit image button on the top toolbar.
Yeah.
And then it says next select BG remover on the left side panel that appears.
Yep.
And then click erase to remove the background.
So
let's
it's a
try
pro. It's the
Oh.
paid, it's pro because it has that crown.
They
Mm.
left that out conveniently.
Can you
Yeah.
scroll down though and see if there's anything else? Maybe, oh,
Yeah.
I'm
you're
looking,
right.
I'm
it just
looking.
says- You're right, Trish. It did
How
say.
do I manually remove a background? Oh, then there's a whole like training on
Yeah.
on YouTube, I guess.
Got it.
All right, I tried.
Yeah.
Thanks for looking
Thanks for
that up.
checking it.
Cool. Okay, I just now, well, you guys taught me, I've seen it where people would add frames. I'm just gonna add a frame to them. But you could do that. I've seen that before on some images. So that's kind of cool. Like if you wanted to like have a like contact me with your picture in there or something image. So that's pretty cool. I didn't realize I didn't see those frames before, but that's pretty cool. Now I don't know how to get rid of it. Oh, I guess just, I don't want to crop it.
Click the undo up at the top, that back arrow. Up next to the right of, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
Does anybody else have any questions? Let me see.
I'm laughing because when
Make
Kelly said
folders.
click the undo, I went up and clicked it undo like it was on my computer. Like I'm clicking.
Hey, Diana, so the folders I have done for like party posts are actually in SendShare. And I don't know if you, I mean, it says folders here, so I'm sure you can do folders, but I never organized anything. I literally have everything just on my homepage. And I literally just scroll through and find, I mean, I don't, the last edited will come up. So if you use them frequently, they'll be at the top.
That's what, like, I just redid the banner this morning or this afternoon. So that
Yeah.
we could say, congratulations, Trish. She's in the
Yeah.
$3,000 range.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's always like right at the top of mine because I update that pretty often.
Yeah. So you can also do cover photos here too. I'm going to have a lot of pages here, but create a design. I think Facebook cover is one of them. And let's delete. Let me figure out where it went here. So a lot of times I will keep my same cover photo for my team, but then I don't know, March, St. Patrick's Day.
March Madness.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
So I could find like something that's not pro to use like this. Replace current page. Oh, that's pro, sorry. Hang on. I guess maybe this one.
And if you ever did really see a picture that you love that was in pro, you can purchase it and it is $1 to remove the watermark. But then if you keep trying to use it over and over again, they'll want to charge you multiple times. At least that's what I experienced. So you're better to go with ones that are not like that.
Yeah. All right, so I realize I'm looking at templates and I never use templates. It's background that I go to, St. Patrick's Day. And there's nothing. Hang on, Clover. March. Oh no, green. Here we go. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for St. Patrick or March, but you could do, yeah, I feel like I did like winter, but even green or whatever. That, but you
think
could
there's-
change it.
Backgrounds and elements.
What's that?
If you click on elements, I think there's backgrounds in there too.
Oh, perfect. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like it. You hear my children. Oh, hang on. I like this one. Get rid of that one. And then I guess just stretch it out. All right.
If you click it, if you right click, you'll be able to make it your background.
Oh, really?
So replace background. Do you see that?
Yes.
So
thank
you can make it your whole background and then you
There
can
you
lighten it,
go. Nice.
do-
Thank
and then
you.
do your transparency to lighten it up if you wanted it lighter.
Yeah. Well, you guys are teaching me stuff too. I like this. Teamwork.
Another thing that you can do is in elements again, before you put your picture in, enter grids and select a grid.
Where's
and
where's the
in
grid at?
elements,
I'm sorry.
in elements,
Yeah.
then just type grid where you have clover.
Oh, where I had clover.
Yep.
So like clover grid.
No, just grid.
Oh.
And then select like the
Ah.
first one. So however many pictures you're gonna use, but if you use that first one, but now search on your clover, and then when you click on that background, it's gonna fit to the page.
Got it. Okay. That's nice too. Oh, like,
It's supposed to.
oh. But that's still good to see is that grid.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know if you ever make a mistake. I always hit Control Z until I get back to maybe. Sorry. So replace background. I like that. Hang on. Let me see. Delete. There we go. So I leave a lot of this the same and just start changing things around and like update, like I'll just update like the goals and stuff. And then that way, when I go back to home, I guess I have to download it to my computer to upload it as a cover photo, but then it will be in my background as well. And then I'll just go to that same one to update it anytime I have to like add names or change the total or anything like that. It's still there. But yeah. All right.
I'm
Bye,
loving
Kelly.
this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's literally, I feel like I find it so easy, just even like the basic, like I'm still learning things that definitely tonight I've learned a few things, but it's just so basic just to go in and create something quick. And that's why like as I get so excited about our conferences and a new product release that I like go in right away to like create I go in right away to create like one of these new things, or if there's a sale or something, I'll try to create my own version of the image with the photo, put like the numbers on top or whatever, anything like that. So it's super simple. And have you guys seen the TikToks? I don't know I forget who was creating the cover photos, and I'm assuming maybe they were created in Canva. I'm not sure. There is a feature here. Facebook cover. Nope. That's going to be the cover photo, or not the cover, the story photos, the Instagram story photos. So they're the long ones. So I'll just save them to my phone and just like upload them all into TikTok and then just put a music over top of it. And it automatically saves it to my phone and I'll just share it. So that's also something that's really quick to use. But that's basically it when it comes to Canva. But like I said, I use the computer. I do not, the phone just irritates me. Because every time you go in to put a photo in, you have to like resize it every single time with your finger. And it's just easier to kind of drag it around with a mouse instead. All right, if anybody doesn't have any more questions, that's literally all.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much, Trish.
You're welcome.
Thank
If you
you.
guys ever like think of
Thank you.
questions in the future, just let me know and I'll try to answer them the best that I can.
Oh, I will.
All right. Thank you guys.
All
Have a
right,
great
thanks a
evening.
lot.
Bye.
Everybody have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.